What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Scrapyard with Henry Arnold. Today we don't have the cameraman, that is why I'm holding a GoPro on a stick. Not ideal, but we work with it. And today's episode is going to start slightly different. I'm going to start with a problem which I want your guys' help to solve and find the best solution. So we're going to cut to that shortly. The problem is in the metal shed and I'll show you what is going on there. But just before that, I want to show you guys, if you haven't seen already, the new merch is coming out very soon. Don't know if you can see it very clearly. It says my car is faster than yours, but under the graffiti it says my dick is bigger than yours. So it's a little bit of a joke. It will be releasing very soon. High quality materials, you guys are gonna love it. Please take this moment right now to pause the video, hit like, and also hit subscribe if you haven't, and let's get into the metal shed and tackle the first problem of the day. So yes, guys, we are now standing in the Ace Car Breakers metal shed. This is where we have a little bit of a problem. Before I discuss the problem, I'm just going to show you around and show you what we've got in here. Sorry about the lights if it's flickering. They're really old bulbs and it's the best I can do. It's a little bit dark and we've got the front door shut because it is closed today. So we have two sets of scales. We've got scales over this side and a set of scales over this side. You can see here. This is what we use to weigh in the materials. So you can see on this side at the moment, we've actually got a couple of catalytic converters on there. We don't weigh them in, they're priced, but that's a bad example. But on this side, we do have some batteries on there which we weigh in and give prices for. So your standard copper, stainless, alley, anything that is non-ferrous metals will be weighed and priced up and paid for in here. Same day payment as well. And we have various bins around the room, as you can see behind me down there, which contain all of the copper. Let me squeeze through. All of the copper, all of the alley, and we have specific ways of sorting some of the materials out. So it's very important that when you work in here, you know exactly what you're looking at. This is the station where we clean the copper. The copper gets split up into two grades down here, clean and dirty copper. As you can see in there, dirty copper is copper with bends in the piping, any joins or paint on the copper there. And then this side is clean copper, which is just straight copper piping with nothing on it. And in here, you've got your brass, which is a lot of taps, as you can see, and other joins for plumbing, basically, all bits like that. So that is the main bulk of what we buy and sell. We also do a little bit of lead as well. Any material we do buy, but majority of it is copper. That is where the money's at the moment. And then obviously we buy catalytic converters, but that's in a slightly different process. But anyway, as you can see, we're a bit busy, we're a bit behind. It has been shut for a few days as we've been understaffed. That's what it gets like around Christmas. Most businesses struggle. But the problem I've been having is over this side of the room. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera. Let me zoom in. Down here, you can see water. And we've basically got water leaking into the metal shed from the company next door. There is thick bit of dust which is built up on the outside of this workshop, which is causing the drainage to be blocked so no drains can filter the water out, and then the water is seeping in down that end of the workshop and is flooding in here, and it really smells and it's creating a big mess in here. That's why the floor is so messy. It's killing my OCD and I hate it, and it's a horrible place to work in. It needs to be sorted. So the options I've got are re-concreting the floor and putting a like 45-gallon drum in down there with a sump on it to store the water and then emptying that out and draining it. The second option I've got is to create a concrete slope and have the water all run out the front onto the road out there, which would sort of solve the problem, but it would just create larger puddles out the front, which in turn wouldn't be beneficial. The next option I have is to leave it, which isn't an option, and then I could also go outside, tidy up the outside there, but it's super tight and really hard to get to because of the shape of this. It's a circular shape, so it's really tight down that side, and clean all that shit out, but I don't have anybody that would be willing to do that. So I would think the best option to do would be to re-concrete it and put a bin in there and then empty the bin when it gets filled up with the water. That's what I feel like the best option is. But this is all overshadowed because where we have our yard is where they want to build the London Paramount theme park. So every time we do something in this yard, or we change the structure or change the way it runs, pump money into the infrastructure, we always have in the back of our mind, is it worth doing? Because we don't know whether Paramount are gonna come and build their theme park here. News dropped recently and the land has been made triple SI because there is a group of jumping spiders on the land which are very rare and only found in 3 places in the country. So this whole big project has been put on hold because of some jumping spiders. So now the land is triple SI, it's looking unlikely it's going to happen, but it's the first government-backed project that has been put forward in Parliament for over 100 years. Everything else has been a government-backed project. This is the only private one that has been put forward. So the government obviously feel as though it is a big point of interest and it would be beneficial to the country's economy. So with that in the hindsight, do I think the park's going to happen? I'm not sure, I really don't know. That's why I don't know whether I should do anything to the infrastructure in here, because if the park isn't going to happen, we're going to tear this metal shed down and build a massive warehouse and have a big parts store and increase what we're selling on parts, have it as an all-in-one metal shed parts bay. That's what I'll do if this doesn't happen, but at the moment I don't know, and that's not worth me spending the £100,000 it's going to cost to redo all that if this is going to be a theme park. Yeah, that's where we're at. So are the government really going to let some jumping spiders get in the way of a multi-global theme park which is going to attract people to the UK from all over the world? I don't know. And with COVID at the moment, international travel is looking shit, so it's not a great sector to be in, but I think with scope into the future it could be a possibility. So this is where I ask for your guys' help. What would you guys do? Would you spend the money in here now knowing that maybe around the corner you could be getting bought out and moved to a different site, so it would be a waste of money? Would you spend the time and money redoing the infrastructure in here, or would you wait and see for more news about Paramount? But we could be waiting years, because this project has been on the table for over 10 years now and it doesn't look like it's going to be stopping anytime soon. So pause the video, get into the comment section and tell me what you guys think I should do here. Should I repair this building and sort the drainage out, or should I leave it and see what happens with Paramount into next year? I'd just like to see what you guys have to say. Bosh. This moped I've got here, I've actually saved for about 6 months. It's been sat in here, cluttering the place up, and I'm going to be doing a video on it. I don't know what yet. Something along the lines of smashing it up or blowing it up with a car or something like that. Next year I have got some great ideas for YouTube, and we're going to be pushing on and on and on. And I am going to be doing a challenge series in the yard where hopefully I can get some of you guys in here to participate with me. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a big year next year. So we are now around the other side of the yard with the Mark 5 Golf GTI, which we have done the engine change. Look, the Escort is now leaving the yard and the i8 is behind me. The engine change is all done, and today we put an intercooler pipe back on the car, so we should be able to go out for our first drive. Right then, let's jump in the bad boy. Keys in it, yeah? Keys on the sun visor.
You want to come in it?
Yeah, don't mind.
It's quick, Aaron, it's quick. You're spinning out this state.
So this is my first drive of the Mark 5 Golf GTI or GTD, whatever it is. It's a GTD. And yes, guys, it's been a bit of a bumpy road getting to this point, as we did have a cracked manifold, but we've got past that now and we are cushy and ready to go. I can definitely feel a little bit more traction coming from the wheels instantly. That's decent, guys.
I told you it's quick, ain't it, for what it is?
That isn't bad. That is not bad.
With the remap?
Yeah, with a little remap, that would be pulling like nothing. It's fucking hell.
It's quick.
That is fast.
I told you it's fast.
That was actually fast. It doesn't even get grip. Wow, it does chuck up a bit of speed, doesn't it?
We're doing 60 then.
Guys, this is going to be so much fun on the track.
Some geezers tried to buy it yesterday.
What is?
Yeah, you can see it for sales now.
Yes, guys, so I am over the moon with the GTD. So next step is to get the coilover kit on it, which I have already got, which is sat in the garage. I need to put the one on my AMG as well, funny enough.
That's what we'll do next week.
We'll do that next week. We'll probably get some odd bits done next week just before Christmas hits us. Might even get the cars clean because the truck is filthy at the minute. And then yeah, getting this car ready for track next year. I'm gonna get a wrap ordered for it, and we're gonna have some fun with the exhaust and give it a remap. Might change the air filters and do some bits like that. So we'll see what next year's got in store. But the Golf GTD, look at that, revs perfectly. Bush. And the best thing about it is there are 0 lights on the dash. That is 0 lights on the dash. Bosh. I need to stop saying bosh. So the Golf is coming together. It is a plan which I had. The budget build series is coming along very, very smoothly, and I can't wait to get this bad boy on the track next year. But patience, my friend. Everything good takes a little bit of time, so next year's going to be very, very fun. That is all for today, guys. I'm back in the office now and I've got some work to do around here. I'm going to be releasing another episode in the Scrapyard this week, just before Christmas, and I'm also going to do a roundup in between the new year, and then we've got some plans for next year that we're going to get cracking with, which are exciting. Make sure you comment below and answer my question, and hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, then but you know the score. Happy Christmas and a Merry New Year. That don't make sense. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you don't see me before then, but I'm sure you will do, I'll be popping up on your featured or your suggested or your Explorer page on YouTube a few times over the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. But if not, then Merry Christmas, guys. From the boy, see you next time.